Welcome to Writer's Life, a place where you get the sight, sound, smell, taste of my particular writer's life, where you get the truth about the writer's life, not about the truth. So help me God. Subscribe, punch the like button, tap the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one single informative and exciting video. Go to vinzandri.com to grab some of the new thrillers that are coming your way or have come your way. What do we got on deck? I got Her Darkest Secret. That book has been dying to come out, just like I, the Judge. That book's been hanging around since like 2001 to 2021. And it's time. It's all light of day, right? So like I have this backlog. I'm slowly but surely getting out there. Now, Her Darkest Secret, which I think is a really fun thriller. It's one of these relentless ones where it just starts and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up. Right until the very end. It was originally contracted, traditionally. But as much as I like the people at the company, and I really do, and this, the owner, editor-in-chief, you want to say, actually invited me to submit a book. And they loved it and whatever, but it's just been taking too long. So I politely asked them if I could have the rights back and forget the contract, because the contract was really null and void by then, because it'd been like 2 years and it should have come out, like 21, 22. And here we are in 24. And he was very polite about it, apologetic and whatever. And so now I'm getting it out. I've been putting some chapters up on Substack for my paid subscribers. But I'll stop that pretty soon and put the book out under Bear Media. And anyone who's paid, has a paid subscription, will get a free ebook copy of the book so they can see how it ends. So if you want to be a paid subscriber, do it now, and then you'll get a free book. You see how that works? You pay me, and you get a free book, which really means nothing's really free. But anyway, feels good. I just thought, like I mentioned, I haven't had any guests this week. I've just been over the top busy. I ski one day and I'm behind. I don't know why, because I work all weekend, right? But still, all the bruises. I'm still walking around with all the bruises and pains from crashing on Monday. My God, my left side is all bruised up. It's unbelievable. All right, all I do is bitch and moan, right? I should be so lucky to have such a life and my health. Oh yeah, speaking of it, remember I was mentioning that whole white blood cell thing, and they were like, "Oh, you got to go see an oncologist and all this sort of stuff." That was about 3 months ago now, right? I think 2 months. 2 months ago, I think. What is it? It's February 1st, February 2nd. So go backwards, January, December. About 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. And they were like, "Oh, you got to go get tests and all this sort of stuff." And I was like, bullshit. That's not to say that if you're not feeling good and you know something's wrong, you got to take your doctor's advice and all that stuff. But in these cases, I've had several instances of scares, let's call them, where sorry, I don't mean to juggle you around, where I just knew that they were wrong. And because you know your body, especially if you're an athlete, you just know when something's right and you know when something's wrong. So anyway, but I did talk to that oncologist, and they were like, yeah, it's common. It'll probably go away within 3 months. Well, we're hitting that 3-month point, and suddenly I'm starting to feel like, well, I have been. I've been feeling much better, So I assume, I've been cut several times. I've been bruised. I've been to the dentist, and nothing. Technically speaking, if your white blood cell count is down to like almost, below 20% or something like that, you should be bleeding out and stroking out. No question about it. And nothing like that ever happened. So I assume all is good, all is well with that. But you got to take care of your health, right? All these books. These are new books. Has anyone bought this one yet? I haven't gotten a statement from my publisher, so I don't know. But I think these are from my mother. This stack's from my mother. I gotta remember to bring them over. Oh Lord. But all this leads me to the health thing was just a sidetrack. Anyway, Amazon advertising. Methinks it's not nearly as effective as it used to be. And I even read something, I don't know, a week ago, something like that, where people are actually getting advertising fatigue. Whether it be like, photos of books that appear on other people's pages or whatever. Or now you can advertise with a little video and stuff like that. Certainly, the advertisements that show up on YouTube are enough to drive a person out of their skull. You can't wait to. It's like you can't click off. You skip it fast enough. You just count that. You don't even listen to the ad. You just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Skip the ad. So I put very little money into my ads. I've done videos on this before, but I'm of the opinion that unless you're really pushing a book, it doesn't pay to advertise very much anymore. Your best advertising is to write more material and get it out there. That's your best advertising. Because number one, no matter what platform your books are on, whether you're wide or just with Amazon, the algorithms are going to take care of pushing you. And put your money into like promos. You can go small with like Bargain Booksy. Those are relatively small promos, but they're effective. They don't have the long tail that something like a BookBub does. And speaking of BookBub, you can go huge and go with a BookBub. Now, I had a limited BookBub in January. It didn't include the United States, but boy, oh boy, did I make my money back maybe threefold. And what you do in that situation is I should probably put the chat on, right? What you do in that situation is if they say like, okay, we're going to do your book, but it wasn't accepted for the United States, because the bulk of the money would come from the United States. Then you supplement the BookBub with like a Bargain Booksy and whatever else is out there and by the time all of it is finished, you'll have had Bargain Booksy results. Is that right? No, you'll have had BookBub results. So try that. See if that works for you. And you actually save a little money too, because BookBubs these days for action adventure about $750. So it's not cheap. Thriller is like over $1,000, but if it's done right, you make all your money back and a good percentage after that. Because Bargain Booksy, or oh my God, I'm getting them mixed up. BookBub has a long tail, very long tail. I have never done a free BookBub ever. Some people swear by them. I don't. I want to get paid. I don't want to throw freebies out there. I give away books every day, no question about it. But I don't want to give away, tens of thousands of copies. Even though maybe I should try it as an experiment. But when you're dealing with like $1,000, I don't know if I want to experiment with that. In any case, that's just a little note on advertising. Watch your dollars. Watch your dollars in 2024 because the government keeps lying about like everything's great, everything's going well, and they lie about everything, right? Let's face it. And it's not. You know, basket of groceries still costing you an arm and a leg, and your partner's leg. So that's where we're at. All right, that's all I got today. It's Friday. I believe next week I have Phil Smith, aka Big Philly, who has some very exciting news about a partnership with Gutter Books, which is one of my favorite publishers out there. I've never worked with them, but I love their attitude and their take on noir and their non-woke stance and their authors list. I think they, for sure, Les Egerton is published with them. God rest his soul. Les, you up there? We miss you down here. He was my good friend. I think maybe Lee Matthew Goldberg is published with them. A few other good ones. Anyway, but that will be an exciting episode. So that's coming up next week. Big Philly from Philadelphia. Get it? I expect it to be either Wednesday or Friday. We will let you know. Big Philly, I hope your ears are ringing right now. All right, that's all I got. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll get to you tomorrow if there's a Black Swan event. Oh yeah, we're going to be bombing in the Middle East pretty soon. So we're going to be at war in Europe and in the Middle East. I think we are in parts of Africa as well. So we're basically in World War III right now. Yep, whether you want to admit it or not. And close to a civil war at the southern border. Life's good. All right, you guys, I will talk to you very soon. And ciao, ciao.